Oh, I cannot wait for this food, though. Yeah, loose grip is very OP. I've had that, too, occasionally, Tornado. I don't know what I do. Like, I just kind of change certain things, like, very slightly, and it makes my hands more durable. I don't know. I just don't get as many pains. Handheld is so healthy, though. I really wish more people took it seriously. Like, when you feel like your hands are, like, tired, like, just stop. You don't need to keep going. You're not a superhero. Maybe you want to be, but you're not. You're not a superhero. You don't need to, like, go crazy and play 80 hours a day. When they hurt, you take it easy. You relax. There's nothing that you can't do tomorrow. But if you keep playing, you might not be able to do it tomorrow. Or ever. I apply the same logic, like, anyone a sports fan, I was a big baseball fan, and I always get so mad whenever someone was like, I'm good, I can play today. I'm like, yo, you're saying you could play today, but if you play today, you might not play for the rest of the year. Just take the extra day or two off and make sure that you don't f yourself over. I can't wrap my head around that concept that someone is so short-sighted that they could think it's smart to play today when it could literally put them out for the rest of their career in some instances. It's just like, I've seen, you know how many pitchers pitch a game too early and wound up having Tommy John and their career was done? It's like, dude, just wait the extra, like, it's so short-sighted, just wait the extra day. It's like, yeah, Forrest LZ came in here, I'm like, oh, I could practice Marth. But I'm also like, my hands are tired. What if I don't practice Marth today? And what if I let my hands rest, like they need rest? Or like when my hands were hurting, it's like, people are like, you could enter the tournament. I'm just like, no, would you drop it? Absolutely, I would. If I had hand pains, no, I'm not playing that tournament. No chance. I've dropped out of tournaments because of hand pain. It's just not worth it. It's just so short-sighted. It's not worth it. Maybe you travel somewhere, it's a little different. You know you can make it through because your hands are just tired. Maybe. But, like, if I feel anything is, like, actually could be wrong, no chance I'm pushing it. And people are like, oh, it's just that warrior mentality. I'm like, okay, warrior mentality my ass when you tear your ACL and then you can't do anything for the next month and you could have just taken the hour off and then you never would have had this issue. Or we missed the next, like, season. Sorry, not month. And then you get hand pain. What do you do? I mean, if it's mid-set, I have to figure out. Hand pain does change how I play, though. I do play very differently when my hands are upset. It is what it is, and just recognize that, like, this is the best thing you can do, and the alternative is you might never be able to play Melee again. It will suck, but just keep that in mind that the alternative is you never play Melee again. And if you keep that in mind, it's like, okay, like, it is what it is. Because there are definitely things, like we talked about it, there are definitely things you can do while you're not playing to keep yourself, like, at least in some way, like, to keep progressing towards your goals, even if your tech skill's going to take a while to get back. I literally cannot go below 300 APM. I mean, I can't either, but that doesn't mean... How did Armada win EVE on 250? What do you mean he won EVE on 250? I mean, he just doesn't waste any movement. There's no wasted movement in his gameplay at all. Like, he will just dash in for ever long he needs to if it means, like, it's the proper game plan. That's part of being good. Knowing when to be minimalistic, when to tone it down, when to chill, and when to speed up. Both have their spots. There are times where you want to play objectively, like, a lot slower. It just depends on the situation. So you can't punish everything. No, you can't. And that's one of the things I struggle with more than anything else, is recognizing that, no, it is not possible for me to punish literally everything. It's just not. And it sucks. Like, I want to punish everything, but you just can't. You literally just can't. The problem with me is sometimes my tournament play varies so wildly based on, like, aggro and... based on, like, trying to, like, punish and trying to be too passive. Sometimes I go way too hard in either direction. It's not, like, a one or the other. In friendlies, it's almost always one, but in tournament, it could be the either. And Melee is just constant think. If you turn off your brain for a second, you die. Besides sometimes in between stocks. Even in between stocks, if you turn your brain off for a second and someone comes down with an aerial and you just die for it. That's happened to me so many times. But dude, we're all bad at this game. That's just like, that's how it is. That's just how it is. The greatness of 3 seconds of peace and quiet. Peace and quiet is an amazing thing. Sometimes you just want to quiet. There are times where I'm just happy to sit at my computer, not talk to anyone, not listen to a stream, just like do something mindless.